Yeah. All right, Nate. How are we doing, Highway Rivals family? We got a little change of scenery here for y'all today. We're excited to be back. It's just me and Nate today. Trent had some business to handle, and I think other Trent's at work. So
Yep.
just me and you today. We had some movement today with the Cards and the Cats. It was kind of like a weird, like interesting day in a way. Like some things we didn't really expect, knowing the transfer portal was coming around. We want to talk a little bit of NFL draft we got coming up. NHL. I know we got some comments. We want to hit on the NHL a little bit about what we know.
Yeah.
Don't know too much about hockey.
Talk about our teams and
Yeah.
what we know about hockey.
Yeah, exactly. But we're excited to be back. We're going to go ahead and get rolling into the most interesting kind of thing we saw today. I'm going to let Nate expand on this, but we did see Travis Perry hit the portal last night.
Yeah, so Travis Perry hit the portal about 9:30 last night. The portal closed at midnight. So down below, I want to know how Kentucky fans are feeling. Like, are we feeling bad about this move by Mark Pope? Are we good with this, with the roster that we have? Me personally, I understand it. I know Travis Perry wanted to be in a Kentucky uniform, but that's why he waited last minute to hit the portal. I hope that he is able to go somewhere, get minutes, make his money, and do well. But this year, it wasn't a fit for him to play a lot of minutes. And I know that's what it came down to. I don't think it came down to money. I think if that was the case, he would still be on our roster.
Yeah.
So
I mean, y'all spending $20 million, right?
I don't know about $20 million. I think it's more like 13 to 14. I do think we'll be either one or two when it comes to how much money we spend this year.
Yeah, and then follow-up kind of question to that whole thing is we saw earlier today a report saying there's someone going after him in the SEC. So, like, I would have initially thought, like, oh, he's going to WKU, he's going to Lipscomb. Like, no hate to those schools, but you're going to tear down a little bit,
right.
Go get some more minutes. If he goes to a different SEC school.
But where?
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me either, right? Like, when you look at other teams' rosters. But, I mean, I think we can all agree the SEC is not going to be as good as next year. It's not going to be as good as it was this year. So I think because of that, a little more opportunity will hold up. But I watched Travis Perry a little bit. He's going to have to get some bulk on him because he's not going to grow anymore,
right?
Height-wise. He's a good ball player. We obviously got to experience it firsthand. I mean,
he scored the most points in Kentucky basketball history.
I mean, he's from our state, which most of y'all watching probably are too.
He's in Western Kentucky, Eddyville.
Yeah.
I mean, the only really thing that would make sense, like from that report, like maybe Tennessee or Vandy. Like, I mean, Rick Barnes was able to coach a short Zakai Ziegler. Like, maybe he could make Travis Perry into something.
Zakai Ziegler's defense and his passing.
But maybe he sees something in Perry that others don't. I don't know. Maybe.
And also, how is Travis Perry going to go from UK to Tennessee? Like, you can't.
Eddyville is close to Knoxville or Nashville. Well, it's closer than anywhere else, I would say.
That's so ridiculous.
But I see him more of like Cincinnati, WKU, somewhere like that.
I agree. I don't think for 1 second that he's going to an SEC school, but we saw that report, and it's definitely interesting. Like, where is he going to end up, and why would it not be at Kentucky? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to transfer because I think Mark Pope kind of proved that his thing really isn't freshman, and that's kind of where college basketball as a whole is moving. But, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like if you didn't give this kid 2-3 more years, he could have developed into a really good college. He's not an NBA player, by any means. But
I don't know if he could ever be the starting point guard for Kentucky. Really, if I'm being honest, I do think he could be a first person off the bench, like a
I mean, he got put in the game a lot this year.
I mean, yeah, he played like 9 minutes a game. Like that was like his average. He had to start a couple of games because of injuries. I mean, I like Travis Perry.
It's a lot of trust on Pope's end, in my opinion. Like, I don't think he should have touched the floor along with Trent Noah. But y'all get so deep, and it's like Pope could have easily just been like, "All right, it's my 5," and that's just.
But that's not how Pope operates.
That's good coaching on him.
He's gonna play.
Yeah.
You know that guy.
And Trent Noah ended up. I sounded like I was hating. He ended up like having some really good games, like better than Travis Perry, and I think that's why Trent Noah stayed is because I think he believes in it. It seems to me like he believes in himself to work hard and like get to a spot.
He's a big body too.
Yeah, he's not super tall, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't think he should go to another SEC school. I think he should try to stay home at one of our colleges.
I agree.
Because that's going to boost fan attendance and like all your family will be able to go watch you. I mean, I guess you could go to a school in Tennessee if Eddyville is that close. I'm not like 100% sure on that.
I mean, it's a couple hours, probably a few hours, but
yeah, I mean,
that's the only thing that would make any type of sense to me.
Just from afar, it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to like stay in the SEC. But I don't know the kid, and you're right. A coach like Rick Barnes, who has coached players similar to him, he might want to snag him. It makes sense in a way, right? But
in a way,
I don't think he's going to a different SEC school.
I agree.
And that kind of wraps up Kentucky basketball for a calendar year in a way. Yeah. There's not going to be any movement. Your roster is your roster. We'll be interested to see like what starts to happen as the season approaches. Whether you guys go play in like any preseason tournaments, like kind of like we did this year in the Bahamas, things like that. I think you guys have a good squad, but heading into next year, you're pretty confident?
Yeah, I felt good this year with the team that we had. I feel great this year with what we have now, and then the players that still aren't signed in the portal. That are in the portal can sign wherever, like Travis Perry.
Yeah.
Like guys like that. So, like, there's still guys out there to get potentially. So, I don't know if we'll sign one or two more. I know there's still 2 spots left, so we'll see what happens there.
But he can't be out of the portal.
Why not?
The transfer portal closed. No one can enter the portal anymore.
I know that.
Now, if they're in it,
that's what I'm saying.
And they commit, I mean.
There's still some good guys out there.
Excuse me. Who?
I don't know.
Like, off the top of my head, I can't really think. Like, we saw Aaron Bradshaw commit to Memphis today.
Yep.
Stojakovic picked up a crystal ball to Illinois.
Chad Baker-Mazara is still in the portal, but I think he's going back to Auburn.
He is irrelevant,
right?
In my opinion.
I agree.
Like, he's not going to be one team's best player, but we're not going to get caught up on Chad Baker-Mazara. But you're pretty confident heading into next year. If I was a Kentucky fan, I'd feel pretty good. Your squad on paper is pretty good. You've got draft picks. Oweh's probably coming back, unless he's okay with being a second rounder. I don't know a lot of players that make that decision. I would feel pretty good going into next year as a Kentucky fan. The only difference, or the only gripe I would give is like Louisville cooked. Like Louisville, we got that guy coming back. We got Kason Pryor coming back, announced today. Thank the heavens that he's coming back. In the 7 games that he played with us, he was absolutely on both sides of the floor when it comes to consistency on both sides. He was our best player. Blocking shots, catching lobs, hitting threes. Like, he can do it. He can do a little bit of everything. He can handle. He can pass. I'm just excited for him to come back. I'm a little nervous about his recovery, but it's been a lot of time, and he should be good probably by July or August. Yeah. I would assume to be full contact.
Yeah, so that would be good.
But unfortunately, Kason came back, and it ended up being a double-edged sword because James Scott entered the portal. We don't have a graphic for it on here, but I'll put one right here. James Scott entered the portal, And it felt personal in a way as a Louisville fan because he was just such a big energy guy. He got you excited to watch the games. He was one of those, like, sat in the dunker spot, blocks shots, can't shoot it all. And I think, if I was being like a super critical fan, I would say that his presence on the floor definitely didn't help in that Creighton game because Kalkbrenner was able to be 7'3" and sit down in the paint the whole game. And James Scott can't hit a free throw, let alone a 15-foot elbow jumper, and definitely not a three. So I'm sad to see him go, but I think it's best for him because we have the German kid, Fru, coming in, I saw he was 6'9". Apparently he's 6'10", so he's a little bigger than I thought. Kaysen 6'11", and we have Ali Khalifa, who's a 7-footer, and he can pass. And he's just a more polished player than James Scott is right now. But Nate, what was your kind of reaction today when I sent that initial text to the group chat? I was like, holy crap, James Scott is just out of Louisville.
I mean, it kind of shocked me in a way. I thought I thought you guys were kind of set. I didn't see anybody moving really. It's just kind of the same thing with Travis Berry. I didn't really see him jumping in the portal last night.
I didn't either at all.
I
didn't see James Scott leaving either.
I don't think it necessarily hurts you all. I mean, your roster is good, but it's not as good as our roster is. But
yeah, all right. But it sucks to see James Scott go. He's more than likely going to go to NC State, in my opinion. Reports are that Will Wade's already reached out. And they're going to throw him some good money because he's a good player that's developing. He was only a sophomore last year. And he's going to be a 4-year college player.
yeah,
So he's not like NBA talent. It's nothing like jump off the TV screen, but he's solid. He's a guy you want on your team, and he was a part of our rebuild in a way. It's the same thing I said about Corin Johnson. He was a part of that initial recruiting class that PK was able to get and bring some real momentum back to the city. And I'm not entirely sure what Ali Khalifa or St. Andrew Fru are about to do. So in that sense, it makes me a little nervous, but I'm happy for him in the sense that he's doing something good for himself, I think. But it definitely sucks to see him go. We had some. What did we have? Oh, NBA games. We had a jam-packed schedule of NBA games the past 3 days since last recorded on Sunday night. This is just the initial bracket with no wins on it. I'll probably have the current one above me too. The Thunder are up 2-0. We're gonna kind of go series by series, guys. Just quick recap so far. Thunder are up 2-0. Both games were not good. Memphis sucks, and they shouldn't have even tried to get in the playoffs, in my opinion. And John Morant is not a superstar. But I'm gonna let Nate take it from there because I know that was kind of a lot.
Thunder in 4.
Yeah.
That's all I really have to say. They had the MVP. Shout out to Shea, Kentucky legend. Y'all will never experience something like this. Having a just great cat in NBA that's at the MVP level. So.
Well, Wes Unseld won an MVP in 69, bro.
Oh yeah, 69.
That's when y'all was winning natties. Look at the poster.
Okay, well,
look at the poster, bro.
two.
Y'all were winning natties in the 40s.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Wes Unseld, bro.
Okay.
Nuggets Clippers. We saw Nuggets go up 1-0, rally. It was kind of ugly. I kind of just knew the Clippers were going to win this game, and they did, game 2. So series 1-1. I think this is going to be the best playoff series of the first round.
I agree, 100%.
And Kawhi Leonard, dude, he's like the most interesting superstar of all time because he's not going to talk to you. He doesn't want to take a picture with you. He doesn't want to sign an autograph. I don't know. People speculate on why he's like that. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I don't know the guy, but to be that modest and just humble about everything and never talk to anybody, and be able to go out and score 40 on the best player in the NBA, like by far.
And lock up the best player in the NBA. I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah, he's one of the best players, and a lot of people take it for granted, even though he gets a lot of criticism for being out as much as he is. But I mean, injuries are injuries, and you can't really dictate a player's career off of when they are available. I mean, it's just health.
Well, and then people act like he hasn't been available. First of all, he came in the 2012 series, the NBA Finals against the Heat, played every game, and he was like 21 years old.
Yep.
Or that was 2013, excuse me. 2014 wins the Finals MVP as a 22-year-old. He's great in San Antonio. He gets traded, goes and wins another championship and another Finals MVP for the Raptors, who weren't that good on paper. They're playing the 2019 Warriors.
Was he out some of that year, or did he play?
Toronto?
Yeah.
No, bro. He played was top 5 in MVP.
So I guess it was after that.
I think James Harden went off that year, and that's why he won it. I think James Harden won MVP that year.
Yeah.
It's probably like the only reason he probably didn't win it. But salute to Kawhi Leonard. That was fun to watch, dude. Like, it's Jordan stuff. And I think LeBron's a GOAT, but that's Jordan stuff, like the stuff that he does, like palming the ball. Just like he's in control of everything out there, every single piece of it. And it's just, he's amazing to watch, and like to see him become what he is now.
Who do you have in Game 3 there?
Game 3, we're in LA, but being in LA is not really a home crowd. But it's at their new arena. It's probably going to be rocking, to be honest. I just really like the Clippers in this series. I think the Nuggets are going to win another game. Like, I think it's Clippers in 6. But, you know, I'm probably going to roll Clippers in Game 3. First game at home.
Yep.
We got Lakers Timberwolves. Yeah, I mean, last night was ugly. It was just like a very there was a lot of foul calls. Like, it was kind of an underwhelming game. LeBron played really good. Luka played really good. The Timberwolves did their job, though, in Game 1. They didn't have to win this game. The Lakers are still in scary territory.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go on the road to Minnesota with crazy-ass fans and, like, the most athletic play. Like, that dunk. I'm going to put it above us. That dunk by Anthony Edwards.
That was something else.
Jackson Hayes, bro. Like,
straight power.
That felt like I was just watching like someone's moment. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It was like one of the best dunks I've seen in the last 5 years. I'm not trying to like just glaze him, but like that was insane. Like it was full body on body. It was crazy. But in Game 3 here, my problem is Julius Randle keeps playing good. If he keeps playing good, they're terrifying.
I think the Wolves win the next 2.
And you think the Lakers come down 3-1?
Yeah.
That would be insane. That would be insane. I don't think that happens. I'm going to roll Lakers in Game 3 and probably give Game 4 to the Timberwolves. And then to round out the Western Conference, this game's actually on tonight. Rockets-Warriors. We're going to see what happens. Obviously, you guys are going to know how terrible our takes were about it. I don't think there's a possibility the Rockets can play that bad on offense again. What do you think?
I would agree with you, but I mean the Rockets can have a good night on offense, but it's like what are the Warriors going to do? Because they're so good offensively when they're on. Like, they're going to be hard to beat. I mean, I still think the Warriors are going to roll with the Rockets. I don't
know. I took Rockets money line, so we're going to see. I put money on the Rockets. No, I think I took Rockets -2.5. That's still money line. I think the Rockets win here, but the problem is for Houston now, you've got to win this game and then win Game 3 in Golden State, and that is one of the toughest crowds to play against.
Especially in the playoffs
Like,
right now.
like they're so used to winning. They're so intense about that now. Like, it's going to be a tough road for the Rockets. I still would favor them in 7. Right now, I'd favor them in 7 because I think they're going to win tonight, and I think they're going to figure something out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I could easily see the Warriors like winning in 5 and just like closing this out because they're great. Cavs Heat, we got that on right now. Actually, let's pull that up on our end. Probably won't put it on the screen for you guys.
What's the score there?
But I do want to see the score. Game 1.
Check on the Magic and the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, so the Magic are still losing, by the way, but we're gonna get into them. Yeah. Game 1, Cleveland versus Miami was interesting. You felt like Miami played good enough to win it, in a way. And that's just Spo. That's Eric Spoelstra. Like he's an amazing NBA coach, and he will forever have a job as long as he wants to. Cleveland's talent is just ridiculous. They pulled away like right at the end. Like it was a 21-point win, and it wasn't like a true 21-point win though. Right. They didn't like blow them out. And the Heat are up right now. What are we? More than halfway through the first quarter. The Heat know how to bring it like mentally. Like they just know how to play physical throughout a whole game, beat you down, and play their style of basketball. Tyler Hero, I hate that he went to Kentucky because he's insane. He's a really good.
And Bam.
Tyler Hero's low key better. I can't even lie. Like Tyler Hero's like low key better.
Tyler Hero's a superstar player.
He's a bucket, dude.
Yeah, he is a bucket.
He is like an absolute bucket. But pertaining to the series between the Heat and the Cavs, do you think there's a chance Miami can squeeze this out? I don't really think there's a way they could win 4 games, but I could see them like taking it 5 or 6.
See, I agree with you. I really don't want the Heat to advance or have a chance to, because when you get further, like there's just no chance for them. I don't see them beating anybody better, and I think the Cavs are a complete team that can really play with anybody.
The only thing that you worry about with the Cavs is they do like the LeBron thing. It's like called like warm-up games. They do that. They've done that like multiple years now where it's like, all right, you're the number 1 seed. Like, come on, like figure it out.
Yep.
You don't look like a number 1 seed. And that's the only thing you can worry about with them is like slow starts. But Donovan Mitchell is crazy. I can't believe he went to Louisville.
Yeah, it's crazy what he's turned into.
It's wild because you saw it in Utah. You saw it but it was like inefficient in a way. He's like a superstar, like a bona fide all-star now. Like he is more than likely whatever team he's on, he's the best player on the team.
Yeah, but is he one of those players
no, he's not LeBron.
You look at Utah, like couldn't get over that hump in the playoffs, and same thing with Cleveland now, like. He can't get over that hump. What are you gonna?
He gonna be I don't know what he's gonna be. The difference between like winning March Madness and winning an NBA title, like it's not even close.
No.
Teams can get so hot in March. That doesn't happen in the NBA, and it's really hard to. All of these guys in the NBA is so advanced now. The skill gap between the '80s till now is ridiculous.
Crazy.
It's actually crazy. But Cavs in 5. I know we talked about that forever.
Yep.
Let's get back to our brackets. At Pacers Bucks, we saw the Pacers go up 2-0 last night, and also just not really a close game at all. Damian Lillard, I said really nice things about you, and you pooped the bed. I guess I'll say. Like 4 for 13. Halliburton's talking shit to you.
Tyrese Halliburton.
What? Like you're Dame. You can't like I know you're coming off like a very substantial injury. What was your reaction to the shit talk between Hallie and Dame, and then just the fact that like Hallie outplayed him by a mile?
I didn't expect him to get outplayed so bad, but I mean, obviously coming off of the injury that he is, I mean,
It's just tough.
kind of is what it is. But I'm impressed with the Pacers. Like the Pacers are legit.
You're all over them.
I
don't
know. I
why.
told you guys that they can win this series, and I still have Pacers in 6, but we'll see what they do in Game 3. I think that'll be
They
a
can
tough one for them to get.
100% win this series, but are they beating the Cavs?
I don't know. We're gonna have to see what Cleveland does with Miami.
Yeah. I'm not a big believer in the Pacers because I don't like Tyrese Halliburton to me can't be your best player on a championship team.
Maybe he can in this Eastern Conference. And if Jason Tatum's hurt
The
later
East
on,
is low-key deep.
it's not as deep as the West, though. I
No,
mean, all they got to do is
but
get
like
there.
Magic are a solid-ass team, 7 seed, in my opinion. Like, yeah, the record was terrible. Paula was also out for a really long time. Franz Wagner went out for a really long time.
Right.
They should probably realistically be where the Pistons are.
Their point guards have been out too, in and out. Cole Anthony.
So
Jalen Suggs, has he been out too?
I'm pretty sure he's out for the year,
Yeah.
yeah. Knicks Pistons, we saw the Pistons go grab game 2, get it back in Detroit.
Detroit basketball.
This is scary for the Knicks.
Yeah.
This is spooky.
They're in a rough spot, I feel like.
Yeah, and
Kind of like the Lakers.
you know, the problem is I don't think the Lakers are as bad as I think the Lakers are in a scary spot. I think the Knicks are in a rough spot. The problem with the Knicks is their best player scores 40 every game in the playoffs, and they don't know how to win those games. That's the problem.
I mean, you got to win.
You have to win those games. Cade Cunningham didn't have 40. The whole team played good. There's like a complete difference in that, and you see that with Tom Thibodeau teams. D Rose in the playoffs. Why are you in the game with 1:12 left? It's just like ornery stuff with Tom Thibodeau teams. The way he coaches basketball makes absolutely zero sense to me.
Do you think the Wolves win that trade, looking back on that, between Cat and Randall?
No, because Cat's ceiling is so much higher.
What about right now, though?
But right now, I mean, listen, the Knicks could blow away with the rest of this series with the talent that they have. So
True.
I'm going to, take a chill pill on it. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, if Julius Randle is playing good for the Timberwolves, they are hard to beat. But that was kind of the thing, was like Julius Randle had 27, AE had 25 last night. They only scored 85 points. That's 50 of them right there. That's 52 of them right there.
They got to have people like Nas
DiVincenzo is not close to what he was in a New York Knicks uniform. Not even close.
No. He's in a way different role now.
Yeah. But I think the Pistons win the series. I said that. They're tougher to me. They're coached better. They're better under pressure, it looks like. I think Knicks got lucky to pull away with game 1 after the Pistons cut it close. They just hit a couple threes at the end to really seal it. Do you think the Pistons have a fighting chance, right?
I think they have a fighting chance, but I still like New York in the series.
I think if New York wins, it's going 6 or 7.
I agree. Yeah.
And then just to round off the playoff bracket, actually, we will try and get to the score. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow.
Is it bad?
I mean, it's kind of crazy to me that, Jason Tatum can be out and the Magic are playing this bad after I just got done saying what I said about them. You've got to win this game if you're the Magic. You don't have another choice. You're not going to – they didn't walk into this series thinking, oh, we're going to beat the Celtics. They walked into this series oh, let's pick a few games and see what we can do. Celtics are obviously coming off a chip. But no Tatum, you got to steal that. And they're already talking about Tatum could miss the next game.
That's what I'm saying. You get this one, then you get the next one.
Then you're back in Orlando.
Then what?
So, I made a very weird connection in my head with this series. I remember when I was like 12 or 13, I would watch like the Eastern Conference Finals between the Celtics and the Magic, like the Dwight Howard, Paul Pierce, those teams. This used to be like a really cool rivalry in a way between these teams. It's not the same anymore, but the Magic don't have a chance.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they end up winning tonight and then grab the next one, then you're talking about pressure on the Celtics. We can see, but
the Celtics like responded to pressure.
They're very good, very well coached.
I like Joe Mazzulla a lot if I was a Celtics fan. That kind of wraps up NBA, at least what we've seen. We're gonna get more tonight, obviously with Golden State and Houston. Like I said, I think Houston wins tonight. We'll wrap NBA up right there. We did want to. Nate wanted to shout out the Kentucky Wildcats baseball.
The Cats shit on the Cards last night, 17-5. It was never even a game. Like any two, Cats up 5-0, L was down. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't care about that game. We've been ranked all year. We already walked y'all off. I think we were asleep on y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't think we were.
I just think we're the better team.
No.
I think we got the better coach.
Y'all have been better all year. We already beat y'all. That's crazy.
Been better the last 2 years.
You're crazy.
Go Cats.
We did want to take a little bit to talk about something that's really been pressing in college sports. Something we've seen in both sports, both major sports, football and basketball. We saw it with Nico. We saw it with Donovan Dent immediately asking for $2 million as soon as he entered the transfer portal. Yeah. And so there was a report that came out like yesterday, and it was like Kentucky is spending $20 million on their college basketball roster. And I know we said something about it earlier, but I do want to like harp on it for a second because Pat Kelsey kind of told the fan base like we're looking to spend 10. We're looking to spend $10 million, and not one guy will get like the bulk of it. $20 million is insane. $10 million is kind of insane too. All of it is unethical in a way to the students of those universities that could be benefiting from those things. We're in a new era now, Nate, and I just want to ask, is NIL just going to ruin all of this? And will college sports just eventually be pros?
That's almost what they have to treat it like. Like when you get all this money involved and agents, like you kind of have to treat these guys like they're pros when they're really not. They're 19, 20-year-old coming out of high school or, transferring in from JUCO, whatever it is. I think they definitely have to get a cap on it. That's the only thing that's going to make it better. I don't think Kentucky's actually spending $20 million. I do see it more of in the ballpark of like 13 to 14. I think that's really high.
$20 million is insane.
I can't see our university spending that much money, or our boosters, or whoever it is that spends that money.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it. That's an insane number.
Well, there's also there's this thing, you'll hear it on TikTok, like Georgia football player driving a vet at night. It's like right. The worst thing you could see. It's making people, it's putting people in positions that maybe they're not mature for yet. And I'm only a 20-year-old guy. Nate's only 21. Like, maybe we're talking out of our asses, but we don't have that type of money. And when you don't have that type of money, it makes you, it requires you to be a little bit more humble about everything. And I think we're losing, the people aspect of these athletes. Like, kids are in 1 year and you're just, you never had a chance to, love these guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that, fan bases is like the word anymore. I think it's just like followers, and I think that's what it is. Because it's not we're not fans anymore. Like these guys are getting like. It's different in a way when you're like a fan of like a pro team because they've been an established pro team for like so long, especially for us. Like pro sports have been around forever now.
Right.
College is like it's supposed to be authentic. It's supposed to be about the kid coming in, embracing the journey, embracing the grind.
It's cool.
Staying like just 10 toes down about everything. That's just not a reality anymore. And this transfer portal phase was like insane. Like you couldn't like I couldn't work in ESPN or Field of 68 and try to cover all this stuff. That's why we do it the way we do it. It's just like more relaxing. It's not pressing us. Their job hasn't stopped since March started literally till now. And
I mean, even before you got.
well, yeah, but specifically with the transfer portal, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like,
yeah. I mean, I agree with you to an extent. Like this year with the group that Kentucky had, I didn't feel like there was just some guys. Like I felt a real genuine connect with the team and like the players. Like this team will be remembered by a lot of Kentucky fans.
I felt the same about our team in a way because it meant a lot to like us, but like, you know, I don't know how much it means to the players, and that's what it's supposed to feel like. I think like the rivalry game, we saw it. It meant a lot. So maybe these past year's teams aren't a great example.
Yeah, it's just what's to come is what you're saying.
That's kind of what I'm more so saying is like it's going to get real ugly where I think if you introduce something like a salary cap won't matter if Wichita State is playing against Kentucky.
I agree. Especially if the schools are getting different amounts. But
we're not going to see Cinderellas in March. We're not going to see super underrated football teams like randomly pop in the top 25 really anymore. Like that's not really like gonna happen. It's sad in a way. We wanted to hit on it because we just don't really know what's going on, and we want you guys to comment. Like if you have different perspective on it, if there's something you specifically want us to hit on, that helps. Because more than likely we're all just kind of confused with it, how these kids are making this much money.
Right.
I don't want to come from a hating standpoint, but I kind of am. Like, I'm jealous in a way, obviously. But
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at them making money. I'm more so mad at, like, it's not, like, authentic anymore.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, where else could that money go? To the university or wherever it may be.
Yeah. So we're going to hit on some of the comments that we were receiving on our last video that we posted.
Comment section.
Let me get there. I want to make sure to hit on everyone. Here it is. Yeah, comments. So we had Jack. He said, MJ GOAT changed my mind. I mean, it's just like stats, bro. Like LeBron's longevity is insane. That's my argument towards him.
Yeah, I mean, we had that conversation.
Yeah. Stacy. Okay, this was crazy. This Frank Black, but the A's are replaced with 4s. He said 1 MJ, 2 Curry, 3 Kobe. The rest whoever you want.
Hey, I mean, Curry and Kobe are up there for me, just personally.
They're not.
I don't love Curry, but Kobe I do. Like, Kobe's just one of those guys, like, he's out there. People underrate him, in my opinion, when they come to the top 5 lists, top 10 lists.
If you're 1 and 2 aren't like MJ or LeBron, you're wrong.
Yeah,
like you're just automatically wrong in a way.
I love that top 3, but it has to go like MJ, Bron. Then you can go. I would go Kobe personally. Then
like,
Curry.
If we were like going off like your favorite player ever to watch, that'd be like a way different conversation. We're talking like.
I mean, I'm talking about John Wall. Then that's what I'm talking about.
We're talking about the greatest of all time. I appreciate the comment from all of you guys. LeBron's GOAT. Y'all are kind of crazy. Max Cherry, completely different from everyone else. He asked us for an NHL Stanley Cup winner, so we're going to hit on that really quickly. Max, I appreciate the comment. I know that we potentially talked on doing something with you. We don't know a lot about hockey, and that's just the reality of the situation. However, I've grown on it. I've watched a little bit more as I've gotten older. It's fun to watch.
Who's your team, Turtle?
Well, I'll tell you my team. I'll tell you why. Vegas Knights, because when I was in Vegas, I went to one of their home games. The atmosphere is actually crazy. Like hockey games, if you've never been to one, you should definitely go to one. I would recommend it 100%. So I root for Vegas automatically because like I've seen it like live and it was crazy. I think I went to a first round playoff game because I was in Vegas like this time of year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like 2 years ago. They're really good. I don't really know any players. Other than like Connor McDavid, Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, but like he's an OG.
Yeah.
There's been teams added to the NHL that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can name you every team in this list. I mean, I like the Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
I know the Columbus Blue Jackets, but they didn't make the playoffs.
I did put the Capitals in my parlay tonight. I think they're going to win.
Yeah.
If you wanted like a Stanley Cup exactly, I would literally roll Vegas and Washington. And if that ends up happening, you have to clip that, by the way, because that would actually be crazy.
I'm going to go... yeah, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with Vegas and Washington.
Vegas and Washington.
I like the Capitals. And
now, you do Edmonton, they have Connor McDavid, so they're always in contention right there. The Avalanche have been good for a few years. The Carolina Hurricanes, they've like been really good in the playoffs the past couple years.
Who's the team with the star and the D, the green? C2? You know who that is?
I'm going to be real, no.
Our boy in the comment section going to have to let us know.
Max, can you let us know who this green look is? That like, are they like the Dallas
It's gotta be
Stars?
like Dallas. It might be it. That
Dallas
sounds right.
Stars.
I should know this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We did want to we make sure to respond to everything though. We just had to be honest. We don't watch a lot of hockey. Didn't grow up in it. There's not a lot of hockey in Kentucky, if at all. I know like Trinity and St. X have a hockey team,
I didn't even know that.
but like we don't.
We play golf around here.
We don't watch a lot of it. It is fun to watch though, and like I said, I stand on that. If you ever get the opportunity to go to an NHL game, don't not go because you think hockey is stupid. It is a lot more fun to watch in person than anyone that's never seen it could ever imagine. So that's kind of going to wrap it up for today's pod. We hit on a few different things. We didn't have a crazy amount of stuff to talk about other than like our stuff with Louisville and Kentucky. It would blow my mind if Travis Perry went anywhere in the SEC. It would blow my mind.
Blow my mind too.
Blow my mind.
I think he's gonna stay smaller college. I don't know. I don't see it.
Like in-state
what
makes a lot of
happens.
sense.
It makes a ton of sense.
It just makes a lot of sense for him and his family, I feel like, to stay in the state. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here, I think. It was a good shoot. We will be back recording and dropping Saturday and Sunday, more than likely.
And we'll be back this weekend, talk about...
NFL draft is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we didn't touch on that.
We didn't touch on that.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So, you're a Bills fan. I'm a Giants fan. The Giants had the third pick. I'm hoping. I think Cam Ward is a lock at number 1. I think the Titans take him. Number 2, I really don't know what the Browns are going to do. I really hope that they don't take Travis Hunter. Personally, as a Giants fan, that's who I'd want, play both sides of the ball. I think you allow him to play both sides of the ball. But I also could see where we get Shadur and get rid of Russell Wilson, trade him off maybe somewhere else where he's needed.
I think that the Giants have to make a crazy move and have 2 first-round lottery draft picks to even think about winning more than like 8 games, in my opinion. Because you got to go get Shadur and Travis, in my opinion. I think if you don't, you're missing out. You're saying to yourself like, yeah, it could be special, but I don't want to take the risk. I think it's a risk you take because we've seen it work.
I mean, it would be a lot of hype,
It would just bring a lot of energy, and like you would have players wanting to come play with that. Like the Giants, in a sense, would be back again. You'd have to win games, but I know that's the hardest part for you all.
has been recently. I mean, we've had.
It's terrible. Y'all are awful.
I mean, you get rid of Saquon Barkley and you pay Daniel Jones and you do things like that.
Terrible few years for you all. As a Bills fan, I don't particularly care who we draft in the first round. And I don't say that in the sense of like I don't care, like we're loaded. I don't care because we already have our starter at every position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one thing we could benefit from is if Amari Cooper does leave in free agency, which he definitely could do unless we franchise tag him, which I don't think is going to happen. I would like maybe a Emeka Egbuka. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I keep seeing stuff about how McMillan from Arizona is going to slide down. If we could somehow get Mike Evans, which is basically what he is, that would be crazy. I would love to keep Amari Cooper more than anything else. You know, I don't have a lot of say I don't have like a strong opinion about the 24th draft pick. That's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Who do you think is going 1, 2, or 3?
Well, it's Cam, Travis Hunter, and Abdul Carter, and y'all are gonna take your chance with getting insane D linemen. I think Joe Shane's an idiot.
I hope you're wrong, but I think
I hope I am too. I don't like when the Giants are just terrible. I like them more than the Cowboys. I mean, either way, no matter how you put it, y'all are not.
We're not touching the Eagles.
Or the Commanders.
Like we're not touching.
You're not touching the Commanders either.
Fuck Jaden Daniels. Sorry, bro.
Oh shit! I just snorted. That just got me weak. Bro said, "Fuck Jaden Daniels." Jaden Daniels is the prodigy, bro. Like y'all got a long way to winning the division ever again.
I know.
Bro, I thought the Jets should sell their team. Y'all are right there.
No, we're not.
No, y'all got hella Super Bowls.
They are way worse.
Yeah,
in way many ways.
But when it comes
to Adams and A-Rod did nothing.
When it comes to the right now, y'all are one of the worst organizations in the NFL.
I agree.
We're going to pretty soon, probably not on our Saturday record, because we're going to have so much NFL draft to talk about. So much is going to happen. Sleeper players that got drafted, things like that. We're going to move a lot into NFL fantasy. We do our own fantasy league, which is so much fun if you've never done fantasy. And we are going to do an episode very soon about over-under win totals, going kind of by division. We'll do that for each team. Whatever the Giants line is, take the under. We've got a lot of stuff queued up for you guys. We've thought about so many different ideas. It was cool, though, today, just me and Nate chilling. Just us two. We really appreciate all the love we've been getting. You guys got to like, subscribe, comment, give us stuff to talk about, irritate us a little bit, take some shots at us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a little mean to us. We entertain all that because we just want to have fun while we're doing this. I think Nate kind of echoes the same thing. But with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here for today.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Sorry, guys. Little technical difficulties right at the outro was trying to happen. We were just trying to say we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Keep showing love. Like, subscribe, comment, all that. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace out.